นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะข้าพเจ้าขอนอบน้อมต่อองค์สมเด็จพระสัมมาสัมพุทธเจ้าวันนี้เป็นวันพระแรม15 ค่ำตรงกับวันอาทิตย์ที่17เดือนพฤษภาคม2558คุณแม่จะบอกวันที่ทุกๆครั้งเพื่อเป็นหลักฐานทางประวัติศาสตร์ Every time when I start giving Dharma talk, I always give the date. This is to keep the historical happening intact, so that you know that on such and such date, the guy actually talk about this point. To be very brief and very direct, I will talk about Mango, because Dr. Mango just invited me to give Dharma talk. What she did was invitation for the monk, for the bhikkhuni or for the monk to give Dharma talk. So that was the recitation she made, both in Pali as well as in Thai language. ที่อาจารย์ดร.กาญจนาเขาได้สวดไปนะครับเป็นบทอาราธนาธรรมทั้งภาษาบาลีและภาษาไทยและเพราะดร.กาญจนาเขา specialize มีความรู้พิเศษในเรื่องมะม่วงวันนี้ก็เลยจะเทศเรื่องมะม่วง4 ชนิดมะม่วง4 ชนิด There are 4 kinds of mangoes. The first one is raw inside but ripe outside. The second one is raw inside and also raw outside. Yeah? The third one is ripe inside but raw outside. And the last one, the fourth one is ripe inside and also ripe outside. Now this being ripe or not being ripe, this being raw, it is compared to the behavior that is lacking of faith. People who look at the person who behaves like this will not have faith in their heart. And ripe is compared to that or to those who actually know the noble truth. So we should, as compared to mango, we should be both ripe inside. That is, we are very cautious of our behavior, the way we express ourselves look very nice from outside. It is like you are ripe from within. And then you're also ripe from without. That is, you also know the truth of the Four Noble Truths. So this is compared. Apparently it was the Buddha who made this comparison compared to the mango. You realize that in the Buddha's time, even though he came from royal family, he came from the palace, he was always associated with the upper class people. But when he became Buddha, when he was actually wandering in the forest, meeting the local people, he spoke the language of the local people. So in this particular place, the people knew about mango. The people have experience about mangoes. So he was explaining about Dharma, but he started with mango. So that is to be ripe inside and to be ripe outside. Your behavior, the pattern of behavior is proper. That is to be ripe inside. To be ripe outside. And inside, we also know about the Four Noble Truths of the Buddha. This is very interesting. There are 4 different types of people, and the Buddha was actually having a dialogue with this person who was not a Buddhist. The first one is you blame or you scold, you blame. Blame. You blame one who is worthy of to be blamed, and then you praise one who is worthy to be praised. The second one is praise one who is worthy of praise, but do not blame one who is worthy of to be blamed. And then the third one is to blame one who is worthy to be blamed, and the third one is not to blame one who is to be blamed, and not to praise one who is worthy of praise. And the fourth one is blame one who is to be blamed, and praise one who is to be praised. This Paripachok, this outsider, he's a non-Buddhist. This non-Buddhist said, oh, he would prefer, he would follow the third one. That is, not to praise one who is worthy of praise, and not to blame one who is to be blamed. The Buddha said, no. He chose the fourth one. The fourth one is to blame one who is to be blamed, and to praise one who is worthy of praise. This goes together with yet another discussion that we had earlier, that we must be able to point out if someone among us is doing something wrong. We must be able to say, that is wrong. That is wrong. You don't do it. This is good. You should do it. And someone who is doing something good, then we should praise the person who is doing something good. So this should be, I think, this should be the pattern of our attitude towards things happening in the Sangha. If someone is doing something wrong, we say this is something wrong, and we should not do it. This is a bad example. Others, you look at this one, this is a bad example, we should not follow this. As someone is doing something good, this is very good, this is good example. The rest of you, please see this is good example, follow this. So the Buddha chose the fourth one. Praise the one who is worthy of praise, and blame the one who is to be blamed. So must be clear. Sometimes some of our Sangha members just simply always very polite, always smiling at everything, good or bad. That is not good. Because the one who is doing something bad, then that person does not know. So we have to be very clear. We have to be very clear in our attitude. And of course, our attitude towards blame or towards praise is according to Dharma Vinaya. According to Dharma Vinaya. We don't make judgment because I like it. No. We make judgment because it agrees with Dharma. It agrees with Vinaya. We blame it, this is wrong, because it is wrong according to Vinaya. We always have the text to follow. Not my liking, not our liking, no. According to what is right. Right according to Dharma Vinaya. So at least we have some, what you call it, standard to follow. So all of us, in order to be able to nurture the Sangha, we should have understood this clearly.